This feature in the Sony ZV-E1 has honestly helped me out to create a lot faster and more efficiently when it comes down to video. After using the Sony ZV-E1 a lot more recently for my kind of everyday video needs, I've noticed that one of the features that has helped me out to be more fast and efficient when I'm out and about has been the import custom LUT function within the Sony ZV-E1. The custom import LUT feature on this camera has been really great because it lets me see how the image within the camera is looking, and I can adjust things accordingly to my needs with how the outcome would be in post-production. This honestly lets me know if I have the correct white balance a lot smoother and everything, because my custom LUTs tend to do a certain different thing than just from a Rec. 709. So at least it lets me know if I'm getting closer to the final image that I would want. This feature is something that I've honestly wanted within my Sony a7S III and my Sony a7 IV, and I've talked about kind of having like a cool little Lightroom preset style as well for photos, where you can upload your custom presets so that you can just have it baked into your photos if you want to have like JPEG style like the Fuji line of cameras. But at least having the LUT and custom LUT thing will let you see how it looks within the camera, so whenever you go do the post, it looks as similar as you got it within the camera to just be more fast and efficient. Sadly, we haven't had an update with that when it comes onto the a7S III and the a7 IV, but the FX3, FX30, and the ZV-E1, and I guess now the a7C Mark II have it, and it's really great because it does make things a lot smoother. I love being able to see how the image will look within the camera so that I don't have to worry about anything when it comes on to post or have to spend too much time in post, so I can be faster and more efficient when it comes on to delivering videos, whether it's for my clients or for my YouTube videos, and I can spend the time that I have allotted to it to be fast and efficient. That's probably one of the coolest features that I see in cameras now, especially with right now the Sony line of cameras that have it, because it makes my content creation a lot smoother. And to be honest, I hope that they keep bringing that into action for future cameras. And eventually, like I said, the Lightroom kind of style of presets would be super ideal when it comes down to that, because at least you can see how it looks within the camera. Since that's one of the reasons why I love shooting Fuji, it's just you see the recipes within the camera itself and it just looks a lot nicer. But having this camera with that custom import LUT has helped me out a lot, and I'm gonna show you kind of like what it looks like within the camera so you can see a little bit more of how I usually use it, so that you can see how it could benefit you in case you're wondering if you should get like a camera like the ZV-E1 or any camera that has that, feature as well. So here we have my ZV-E1. If you go into the menu section, and then if you go into the exposure and color, I go to the color tone area, and I have my select LUT, which is my custom one. So if I can go scroll down through it, you'll get to see a little bit more of it, see what they look like and everything. So if I have just my S-Log3, there it is. If I go to the Rec. 709, then at 800% 709, and then I have my custom LUT right here, which I have a Rec. 709 and my custom LUT kind of together that I put in here, so I can see what it looks like. Otherwise, you just have like barely any color showing, but that's basically how it looks. And then I have my other types of ones that I usually use for myself, that just makes it a lot easier to know if I'm getting the right colors inside the camera for a lot better, faster output, so that when I go to post, I'm not worried about having anything that I have to color grade too much differently. It just looks a lot closer to what I already had in camera. As you can see within the camera, kind of doing the inception, you can see the different levels, and that's how it looks to have your custom LUTs into it, to be able to just go ahead and put a preview onto your footage while you're kind of filming and everything. It won't be baked in, which is quite nice. So having this option is just really great because you're able to see within the camera how well it'll look, and that way you're good to go for post-production a lot smoother. So now, for example, if I was just videoing, I would have my custom LUT already there. It allows me to see that everything is looking good within the camera, so that if I'm making my videos, I'm just making sure that I'm as close as possible that it'll look within the camera. So whenever I'm in post, I'm becoming more fast and efficient, which is nice. That's the ultimate outcome that I really would want to have when I'm making these videos, to have the most accurate colors within the camera, so I don't have to do as much post-processing to just become faster and more efficient. Having my custom LUTs presented to me right here is just, it allows me to see if anything is looking off, and I can adjust within it a lot faster because I already have the outcome of the colors that I would want to use anyway in post anyway. So that makes me just have a lot easier and smoother time, especially when I'm out on the go, basically with a faster turnaround that I need to do, whether it's making a YouTube video and I only have a certain amount of time to make it. This allows me to make these videos a lot smoother and a lot faster, which is quite nice. And I truly, really love this feature, which I really hope they start doing updates for the Sony a7S III and the a7 IV, because I could be able to use it a lot easier within the camera than having to kind of hope now that I have this one with me, or that I get it within just the Gamma Assist like 709, like that they do the conversion in it. You know, sometimes it's perfect, sometimes it's not. So this would be quite beneficial to have it on all the Sony cameras, but at least we're getting it now into the newer line of cameras, which is quite nice. But hopefully, you know, it'll be updated to other cameras as well, but at least going forward, it should be into the newer cameras and maybe the Lightroom ones that I'm saying, because that would make life easier for me, because most of the time I know I can dial it in pretty well in camera. So it'd just be nice to just do minor tweaks here and there when it comes down to whether it's like the JPEGs or something like that, because I already got it how I want to, because the color grading is on it, like, you know, Pugy does. So one day. I think having in the newer cameras, like in the ZV-E1 that I've been using, is just an import of my custom LUTs, because it allows me to have the best outcome in camera, which is what you would want to have as a content creator, so you don't have to spend as much time in post. Post can take a lot of time when it comes down to editing and everything, so if you can get it in camera the best that you can for the final image that you want to have, it's the most amazing thing that you can have as a content creator, because your time is valuable, especially if you're working on projects that you're obviously not getting paid per hour, you're getting paid more for the project kind of timeline. And unless they're somehow paying you per hour and then you're just wanting to take your sweet time. But with this, it allows you to have a better return onto your project investments and stuff, so that you can actually retain most of your income that way, which as a content creator, that's what you want to use these tools, you know, like with the AI and everything like that, is having you get help in the sense of speeding up your workflow so you can retain more income that way for your hard-earned, you know, skills and everything you're trying to do. So for me, this feature is pretty much just amazing when it comes down to this camera. It's just helped me out a lot with making my videos a lot smoother. So with that said, going forward, I hope that I keep seeing more and more cool features like this pop up, and eventually more for the photo side as well, that are not just like the profiles that Sony has, because they're not the best. But overall, really excited for this feature, and hopefully it'll help you out too if you're wanting to do it. And if you have any questions in regards of how to import it or anything, I'd be more than happy to do it and show you more in detail. But essentially, just pop in that SD card into your, into your computer, format it, and then it'll have this little Sony folder. Click it, go to the Pro, and then it'll have the LUT. You just import it there. That's as simple as it gets, and then you can just go into your camera, and then it'll let you kind of find the LUTs and everything within your SD card that way. But just so you know, the quick rundown. But if you want a more in-depth video of how to do it and how to make your LUTs be the correct size for the camera, let me know below, and I'd be more than happy to help you guys out with that as well for our next video. But with all that said and done, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, share this video with a friend. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.